go into the money bucket and start taking out your money on a daily basis. Thank you so much, Sibonelo, for introducing us to mining cryptocurrency. I did say to you guys that that is the smart way of making money. We said there are going to be two ways, and that is certainly one of them. And before I get into that, I just want to show you how money is made. It might not still be clear. You know, we are saying to you, own digital assets, and you're thinking, how is this going to be helping me? How is this making a difference in my life? And I just want to get into that, okay? So when we tell you about how money is made, we can tell it to you in the context of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and what it has done, because its history tells a story of how millionaires have been created. And we are going to do the same with Bitcoin Vault as we are trying to get you to start creating your own story of wealth. Okay, now in 2010, one Bitcoin was R1.40. Sibonelo spoke about how this is deflationary in character, which means it keeps going up and up and up over time. Not only is it going up and up and up over time, it actually fluctuates. There are times when it goes up and when it goes down, and I'll talk to that as well. So imagine it is 2010, one Bitcoin is R1.40. Imagine you were in South Africa when everybody was excited about the World Cup, buying Macarapas, buying Vuzelas, being super fans. You decided or you heard about Bitcoin and you said, you know what, I only have R1.40. I'm going to save this. I'm going to go buy a Macarapa. I'm going to buy Bitcoin. And you decided that because you heard and you knew, you read the white paper and they said a payment system that is, and you saw through this, you are a pioneer, you understood that one day this payment system, this money that comes from this payment system is going to be worth so much more as people learn more and more about it. You decided that you take your R1.40, you get 100 Bitcoins. And you said, oh, I want to see how this is going to pan out. And you see it a year later, your 100 Bitcoins are no longer worth R1.40, but they are now worth 6,000 rands. And you're thinking, this is crazy. And you see 3 years later, in 2013, your 100 Bitcoins are no longer worth 140 rands, but they are now worth almost 1 million rands. And you're thinking, I never thought I'll be a millionaire. Do you see how this has made millionaires? You just wait a minute. As you are holding on and you are saying, geez, I want to see where this thing is going to go. It gets to 2014 and you see this thing dropping from one coin being 9,700 to one coin being 4,900, almost half of what it was. But you don't panic because you understand, as Sibonelo has explained, that this thing, which is deflationary in character, is sold in the market. And in the market, there will always be buyers and sellers. And you understand how the markets work. You understand that when you have got more drop, and those sellers are probably selling because they have made so much money already. Imagine that. They have made so much money already. They sell some of their coins because they want to live. We are doing this thing because we want to live better lives. So they sell their coins, they're living a better life. And then you understand that it is not your time yet. You hold on to your coins. Actually, you're thinking, wow, it's actually cheaper to get a coin and you get yourself more coins. How's that? That is being smart because you understand how cryptocurrency works. Now you have seen your coin go down to 4,900 for one coin, but you see that you still made a lot of money. So you don't panic. It's still not 500,000 rands you've got. You hold on to your coins, you watch them go for 7 years because you were like Maggie. When you started working, you were sold an endowment policy that was going to last for 30 years. And they said to you, in 30 years, you're going to make 100,000. And you thought, I'm going to hold this for 30 years and get 100,000 rands. You were excited as Maggie, paying 100 rands every month, accumulating going up, incrementing every year. So now you know what it means to hold on to money. You know what it means to have patience and hold on to your investment. So you held on. 7 years later, your 100 Bitcoins are now worth one coin, which means your 100 Bitcoins are now worth 30 million rands. That is crazy. Millionaire status, just like that, 7 years later from 140 rands. That is how this smart money is going to work for you. Remember what I said about your money working harder. I said, when I said to you, think about your money. What has it done for you in the last 5 years, in the last 10 years? 140 rands in Bitcoin could have made you a millionaire. if you started in 2010. Now we see things happening. This is a currency that fluctuates. People get excited. People make money. People sell the coins, and we see the value dropping again. Remember what I said about the market, about when people sell, you've got more sellers than buyers. This happens. You understand this, you don't panic, you buy more coins. Those who don't understand, they panic and they sell. They bought at 300,000 for one coin and they sell when it hits 61,000. And then they say, I lost money in Bitcoin. And I say, yes, indeed, you lost money in Bitcoin because you saw it at a loss. You don't do that. Hold on to your coins. Understand that monetary policy that says this thing is designed to appreciate in value over time. I just need to hold on and wait. Those who held on and waited, a few years later, not only did it get to 300,000, it went past 300,000 rands. Not only did it do that, it went up much more. We saw the value of one Bitcoin sometime this year. I looked on my Luno app. It hit 979,000 rands for one coin, almost 1 million rands for one coin. What happened to you? Did you all fall off the wagon here? Or were you holding on to realize that if you held on from that year, when you get to that point, you've got more than 97 million rands? Crazy. But that is how money is made with Bitcoin. Somebody says, Maggie, but now I've lost it. I've lost this opportunity. Sponelo introduced you to Bitcoin Vault. He said, you still have time. He said, early adopters are multimillionaires. Let's look at one Bitcoin year on year, because these currencies fluctuate. You look at it in 1 year, you look at it from day to day, from month to month, you panic, you sell. Let's look at year to year. One Bitcoin starting from March of 2020 to March of 2021. 292 March of 2020 to 931 March of 2021. Do you know what that means? It means this coin has grown by 219% in a year. How much is your bank offering you as interest in 1 year, especially for something like that? Now imagine this. When Bitcoin Vault was launched in December of 2019, at some point it was 18 rand for one coin. Imagine you had taken 1,800 rand and got yourself 100 Bitcoin Vaults. Imagine when it hit its all-time high in August of 2020, you had your 100 Bitcoins, Bitcoin Vault. You had your 100 Bitcoin Vaults and it reached its all-time high. I would have gone crazy. Because now my 100 Bitcoin Vaults, when one Bitcoin Vault is 8,500 rands, my 100 Bitcoins are worth 850,000 rands. 850,000 rands. That was in a couple of months. Do you see how we are saying this is smart money? Have you seen such returns? I go crazy. I'm saying, I'm going to settle my debt. I'm going to buy that car cash. I'm going to pay school fees. I'm going to go on holiday. You go crazy. Whatever you want to do, sell those coins. Boom, get zero again, whatever it is. And as you are selling your coins, and more people who were wise enough to start it when it started are selling their coins. They've made their money. There is Jane, who started buying Bitcoin Vault here, and she sees people selling, and she panics, and she says, I'm going to lose my money. Before I lose all of it, let me sell some. And we get some panic sellers feeling this drop. They clearly had not heard Sponelo talking about the 3 keys. They clearly do not have that vision. They're not visionaries. They're not seeing this in 10 years' time. When everybody says, we want this technology to safeguard our customers, and they start using this technology, they don't see that. Those who see that, as the value drops, they start buying more coins. Those who understand the markets look from year to year and say, my money grew by 219. Yes, I may have not sold there, but I've still realized that goal. I'm going to hold on, because if it reaches that month, it's surely going to reach it again and even go further. We saw Bitcoin did do that. It went from 300,000, went down to 61,000, even went as low as 48,000. When it came up fast and furious. It went past 300 to 350, getting all the way to almost 1 million. Now is the time to get yourself some Bitcoin Vault. Look at Electric Cash, same story, only 4 months old. When is the 19th? We just went past the 19th, right? It was 4 months. Starting off in Feb with 498, less than 500 rands. Sometime in May, it hit that mark. Do you know what that means? In that period, it had made 69% higher, 69% higher. What does that mean? How much is your bank giving you per annum? Never mind in 4 months. Do you see why we are saying you need to get this? So are you going to be part of this story, especially when you understand the fundamentals of this currency as Sibonelo has explained them? So that is how money is made. Money is made in you acquiring, accumulating this currency, holding on to it, and giving it time to make wonders. I want you to get out of the mentality that if I put in maybe 3,000 rands, how much will I have? If I say to you, you'll have 6,000 in a year, so what? So how do you collect these coins? I said there's a quick and dirty route, and there is wealth creation. You're creating and growing your wealth. And I want us to get into that stage. We want to see wealth in every African home. We don't want people losing money, say, I lost money to a Bitcoin scam. We want you to be saying, I created wealth from Bitcoin. Let's talk about the quick and dirty. Nothing wrong with this, by the way, because quick and dirty says, that's the meaning. I looked this thing up and I had to say, what does quick and dirty? Obedient and effective, but not without flaws or unwanted side effects. Quick and dirty. I'm referring to buying, holding, and selling. Quick. You go in, buy the coins, you see them immediately. There you go. That's one way of accumulating cryptocurrency. Buy, hold, and sell. Get it, buy it, there, I can see my coins. I've got 100 coins, I'm happy, I see my coins. What are they? And then you see the value going up, you get excited, it's going up, and it hits you. Those who are in the cryptocurrency space not know what happened last week when cryptocurrency started tumbling down. And in one, and that is the unwanted side effect. But guess what? You still haven't lost, as long as you didn't sell at a loss. Hold on, hold, and then you'll sell at profit. But that unwanted side effect, it can be like a pit here. It would give you heart palpitations because you don't know how low this thing is going. And especially when you went in saying, you know what, I want to go in for a few days and then sell at a profit, and then it shows you flames. Quick and dirty, it works, it's expedient, but it's got that unsavory factor that can give you palpitations. Oh, you are going to say, I am going to mine with Mining City. Be clear. I said with Mining City. You can mine with any company that you choose to mine with. But when I am talking create and growing wealth, I'm specifically saying with a company called Mining City. Mining City is a company. Portia's going to tell you all about that. Mine with Mining City because they've got a beautiful offer that will assure that you are going to move into that space. When we are talking growing wealth, we are saying you need to get to a position where you can sit back and say, this money is working. It keeps coming. You go into that pot, as Sibonelo says, and just bring out your money because it's working. It is growing. It's multiplying. That is the Mining City offer. I want to show you an example of how this Mining City offer would work for you in comparison to quick and dirty. And then Portia will get you started with this Mining City offer. Imagine just 2020, of March 2020, one Bitcoin vault is 292 rands. Imagine that. Let's go back. Last year, March 2020, one Bitcoin vault is 292 rands. And you've got 30,000 rands. And you're saying, you know what, quick and dirty, let's do this. Let's do this. You buy some Bitcoin vault. For 30,000 rands in March 2020, on a specific day, you are going to get 102 coins. I just got that by dividing this by 292, 102 coins. Imagine it's a year later. It is March 2021. One Bitcoin is now worth 931 rands. If you take your 102 coins, multiply that by 931, the value of one coin at that time, you get a whooping 94,000 rands. That is 292% in 1 year. What would your bank have given you for 30,000? Cryptocurrency works. The bank would have given you what, 1%? If you're lucky, 2%, 2.5%. Bitcoin Vault would have given you 292%. That is 94,000 rands. What are you gonna do? I was talking to another lady and I said to her, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna pay my kids' school fees, right? So it means you sell these coins. Left with zero, you get that money out. I'm gonna pay school fees, I'm gonna buy a uniform, yeah. And then she said, I'm gonna buy a car. And I said, what car? And then she said, I mentioned some car. And I said, let's go on the internet and see how much that car is. That's 494,000 rands. And she said, oopsie. After she had told me what she was going to do, she was left with 16,000 rands and she said she wanted to buy a car. Okay. So you do what you can do with that. Good returns. Now, if you were saying, you know what, Meg, I'm not excited about making 94,000 rands because that is going to settle my debt. And then what? I don't have these coins anymore. It means I need to be putting in more money. But Meg, the idea is not for me to be putting in more and more money. The idea is for me to keep money coming. The idea is this. Tell me what to do with my 30,000. And I said, you know what? Mining City allows you to mine with them. They've got mining plans. For 30,000 rands, you can actually get 3 standard plans. And this person says, oh, I'm going to do that. And I said, but don't just do that. You need to take advantage of the entire Mining City offer. And that Mining City offer says, we've got a referral program. If you refer people, as you are our customer, because you are mining with us, if you refer your friends, your family, your colleagues to come and mine with us as well, promoting our business, we're going to pay you pretty. And we're going to pay you in cryptocurrency. That's what you want. Remember, I said mining cryptocurrency and earning in cryptocurrency is your smart way of accumulating this digital asset. Mining City offers that. It says, go and do this. And I am refer people. As they like our offer and they decide to jump on board, we're going to give you pretty bonuses. And you said, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of that. There is somebody who says, I am full-time employed. I don't have all the time to put into this, but I assure you I am going to do something to see what Mining City can do for me. They look back and said, in a year, let's see what Mining City has done for me as a full-time employed somebody. They say, ooh, Mining City paid me. Bitcoin Vault, 41 of them. Wow, just for referring people to mine with Mining City. They've given me commission of 13 Bitcoin Vault. Wow. That is just from this one of my plans. Look at the other plans. I've transferred money from them, and that is 68 Bitcoin Vaults. And the mining is continuing because I started this thing saying, I want to mine Mining City. And they said, don't just mine, allow us to give you cryptocurrency as well. And there, with my mining, I've accumulated some coins. But guess what? All these in a year came to 131,000 coins. Sorry, 131 coins. And I said, oh, 131 coins. Look at that. It was 1 or 2 coins, right? Which means March of 2021, these 131 coins would have been worth 121,000 rands. Okay, I see that, Max. 121 coins, slightly more, not that much more. Right, what am I going to do? I need this money. I'm going to settle my debt, pay school fees, go on holiday, I'm going to use it, sell them. Get 121, get 0. But Max, now I'm in the same position as this person. That wasn't that much of a difference, Max. Where's the wealth you're talking about? The beautiful thing is that this, whilst I need more money here to start afresh, and when I start afresh, I'm starting not from here, but there, which means I'm getting less coins with that amount. When I'm playing in this field, I don't start afresh. I don't put in more money. I just keep referring. And Mining City keeps paying. So I can make this 121 over and over and over and over again. Isn't that a smart way of making money. But someone says, but Maggie, I don't want to make 121 a month. What do you want to make? 3,000 a month? You can do that. I know someone who started with that. That is Fundo. You want to make 12, 50 a month, 200,000 a month, 500,000, whatever you want to make a month, you can do that. What you just saw in the previous slide is a view from one person who said that is the effort I can put in. We know people making this a month because they have taken a different route, said, I'm gonna do this full time. If there's a chance that I can do this, geez, I'm gonna do it. Someone says, if there's a chance that I can make $500,000 a month, I'm gonna take that. And you can say, I can't afford to get out of my job now. If I can make this extra, you can do that because Mining City allows you to do it at your pace. But the point is, the holistic Mining City offer gives you an opportunity to make crazy money. The question is, do you want to take it? What do you want to do? That is what the question is. Once you have seen how this thing works, do you honestly say, I asked you when you started, if there was an opportunity to make your money grow over and over and over again, would you take it? That is the opportunity. And if you say, I would absolutely take it, I'm going to allow Portia to tell you how to get started.